It was so perfectly, everything worked. And then just last second, it didn't, you know? Oh. Okay, so we can move you in time. There we go. Just under here. I think that's safe. Like, does anyone know the spider killed the witch? Why would the spider kill? Oh, because the witch was in the boat with the spider, and the witch probably threw a potion close enough to irritate the spider, I'm guessing. Build a house over him. But, I mean, I guess, yeah, if you want to, like, one way in, okay, so I'm trying to explain my issue with your idea here, chat. If I box in a witch, now I need to get the villager to come to the witch, which I can only do by putting me between the villager and the witch, which results in extreme pain for me. Like, I can't take a witch's punishment that long. She throws harming potions. She can instant kill through armor. She's a very strong, independent woman. So cat, give the golden apple to the zombie villager. There we go. Did that go how you expected it to? Put one passive mob inside the boat with the zombie villager. Yeah, that might be a smart idea. With the witch, yeah, you need to find like a passive mob. Who don't need no man. Exactly. The witch. Just boat the witch whenever you find her and wait for daylight. Yeah, I guess if I wait for daylight... Wait, why would I wait for daylight with the witch? Yeah, no, wait, no, you do wait for daylight, and then we'll put her in a boat, and then we'll move the boat with the witch over here. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Also, did you hear that? Okay. This is... The holes in this world are getting really... Like, this is going to be such a job to fix. But yeah, no, so if you want to know a list of, like, things that people have insisted to me work and have, like, called me an idiot for not knowing. One of them is using name tags. I had so many comments on last stream saying you can use a name tag without naming it. It just makes the thing called name tag. And it's funny, because that actually sounds like it would work. It does not work. Like, I think people who assume they know something are worse than people who know they don't. The witch would just kill the passive mob too quickly. Just get 30 boats and boat every mob. It's not a terrible solution. Also, what's all this, do you hear that? I keep hearing a mob. Yeah, I am in a crazy, intense thing here. I'm gonna put on this, I'm gonna just keep eating myself. I used to love that. See, even that, I don't even know, man. That sounds like it could be true. It sounds like it could be. Baby slime in a boat with the witch. Yeah, that's the ideal, right? It's probably the best way you could have that work. Start telling the dirt the pole and mobs so you don't have to... Yeah, no, that's what I want to do. I can't, sadly. That's what I want to do. So sad compared to this stuff. I'm being like properly... Okay, let me explain my predicament to you. Like I've done this before in a faster time. Like I've proven I can do this. I haven't just proven it can be done. I've proven I can do this, and I'm like repeatedly. You know, it's not even necessarily big mistakes, but I'm, you know, like there is a thing that can be done that I am not doing. And so it's like a show to myself that I can't do a thing that I know that I can do. And like the amount of time we've like sunk into it, it's like I know I figured like, yeah, 20 minutes and now done. That is the charm. It's exhausting, and the problem is like with the backseat gaming can really get you at that point, because you're like, what if these guys do have a point? What if the solution really is just having a chicken in there with the witch? What if I'm just stupid for not thinking about the chicken witch combination that everyone else seems to be so sure is a good idea? Yeah, it's a thing that will... I think it's like it's ego, right? everyone has a kind of need to have a quick system. Like in general, everyone has a part of you that tells you that you are good, that you do things that are, so on and so forth. And so having a lot of people who are like, whoa, implicitly or explicitly, like you are doing bad. Anyway, so open that console and spawn abilities in 2 pans. So it's just such a short amount of time for you this stream. Yeah, that's what it is, right? I think okay, so this is like a problem-filled lens to be light with, but it works more often than it doesn't. You can believe that you are a very unfortunate person, and we all tell stories about ways we are unfortunate people as a way to protect our ego. I just happen to show up late so often because bad things just keep happening to me. And it's like, well, is that the case, or is it actually the bad thing happens and it becomes the excuse? You are, like, or whatever it is. See if he'll pick up a helmet so it won't despawn. We're gonna try. Yeah, that was a waste of a whole pork chop right there. Sometimes orange is just like if it's like, oh yeah, there's just someone keeping me down. There's people who want me. Like I'm like really good. Like there's like oh, like this whole thing is conspiring against me to keep me down. It's like odds are actually like there is a whole working out how to make sure you have a bad time. Probably some amount of that you can just directly pin onto yourself. But the pinning on yourself would mean introspective, consuming, pinning down. Like it's how whenever something bad happens. I watched this in I watched Dash Cam neither party wants to assume it. Right? Both parties want to be like, you crashed into me. And it's weird because both parties will say that because the alternative is admitting you caused the crash. In society, we say that crashes happen, or if you're American, accidents happen. Traffic accidents happen. Just coincidentally, it's definitely not that you were texting and driving, or that you're turning left in a right-hand lane, or whatever the heck is. It's accidents, they happen. But it's like, no, actually, there's like, sometimes unavoidable things happen, but most things that happen aren't unavoidable. And the same happens in reverse for, like, not doing well at home. It's like, well, you did poorly, but could have done some better. Could you get bees, says Goran, because I do have bees all the way over there. That's straight out how to win friends and influence people. That sounds, I've always wanted to read that book. I've even got, like, I think it's like free on the Amazon Prime book service. But like, do I want friends? Do I want to influence people? Aren't influencers, generally regarded as like the worst people? Southern toycat exists, says Mark Lewis. Yeah, here's the thing with the Southern toycat, because he's from the great state of Georgia. Anyway, okay, so we just run over here. Slime despawns, no issue whatsoever. Okay, slime doesn't despawn. Do you hear that? There's a zombie. Somewhere under the ground there is a zombie. Right? Unless it's that guy. And he sounds closer than he is. We'll see. But yeah, I hate the issue. You can just take a written test and then you can drive. I go the opposite way. I hate that there is a thing that is considered essential for society in the United States that you don't let people do unless they pass a test that does not prevent people from doing it. Right? Like, we know that people's incentives is not to get accidents regardless. But like there is this thing that is required for you to be economically prosperous in many regions of the United States. It's like, you better pay us
a healthy amount of money, as well as pay an instructor. Again, like the cost of about £1,000, £1,000 to drive is probably on the low end by modern day averages. Like you need a lot of time and a lot of instruction before you can drive. And it's like, you know, okay, if you put it this way, right? You're in school all day. We hire people to teach you. Also, I agree with toycat, but it's also the rule here because we're so car dependent. Right, what I'm saying is that the goal should be from education to teach people things that are valuable for them. And the most valuable thing outside of like the end test that you get after 15 years of education, at least in the UK, there's a huge value to like the number of jobs you can do if you can drive. Like now you can be a delivery driver or an Uber driver or there's a whole section of things you can do. Well, the US just shouldn't be so car dependent as dumb people. It's kind of putting the cart before the horse, right? It's like, you know, let's work out who should pay for healthcare. Well, we should just never get sick and die. Then no one has to pay for healthcare. It's like, I mean, I agree. You're not wrong. I said that's wrong. Broken stop lots of streets. It's always stop line, and it's not learning practice. Anyway, but yeah, I think there's a very interesting thing with like see how that point was just meant to say like both parties will assume guilt of the other person. We have such a hard time internalizing mistakes, but like unless you understand that you made a mistake, you can't grow past the mistake. Unless you understand you're not doing well, you can't understand how to do better. Because why would you need to do better if you're not doing well? And so, I think that's the pain most people have with most things, is in even admitting something is wrong. No, everything is perfect. Right now, okay, there's a pillager raid. We've already got enough problems from one of those, though, so we're perfectly happy not fighting that. I kind of want to. I'm going to keep falling down this hole, but it's okay. Let's just despawn all the mobs, and then respawn all the mobs. This is our first time intentionally despawning a pillager. Okay, we got it this time, says Michael D. Thank you for the belief. Yeah, I agree, Pat. I think that the lesson is punch witches. Clearly that is the thing that works. Cars are awful, it's sadly depend on them, but they have so many job opportunities. Yeah, I think the way I would put it is like, the cars are a bad thing if you're starting from scratch, but given that we live down the path where cars are useful for so much, then knowing how to drive one is important, right? It's like you might hate religion, right? You might think, why do we care about the man in the sky? But having a good understanding of the guiding philosophy behind lots of other people's lives is probably a good idea, given that they do believe so heavily in that thing that you believe is silly. You know, they're willing to kill or die for this system. Same with, like, you know, laws as a whole. Like, you know, the fact that there is illegal, you know, like, you need to understand even systems you don't fully agree with. Also, we're going a little bit far from the zombie village right now. Like, disagreeing with a system doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it. Thought experiment. Yeah, my 9 does. Okay, we got American healthcare in the chat. You having fun? You having a good time? Anyway, so love from India. You know, that's much more fun than politics. Thank you, Tanvir Ahmed. You know what? Love back to India. Thank you for not getting involved in some fun little politics. Prisoner's Dilemma is the perfect scenario for parties naturally wanting to blame others, because otherwise the social group will reject them in many points of debate. And I mean, like, who can blame you for wanting people around you to like you, right? That's to some extent what that really comes down to. It's just, in fact, so much of what drives us is the people around us. Like, what a bigger thing in you not wanting to commit crimes is not the legal repercussions, but is in all of. Please don't tell me it's getting daytime. No, it's not. I don't know how I saw that. I've got plenty of. I'm going crazy. I'm going actually crazy. But love from the UK. Says everyone's had a drink. Love right back to the UK. You know, I mean, Wait, if I yell out my window, you might hear it. It's a small enough country, right? Please give me a witch today. I feel as though I deserve. I feel as though I deserve this little inkling. Love from Iowa, even though I'm from New Mexico, says just for comments. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Yell out your window, I'll hear it. Yeah, love from Ireland in Waterford. You know, Waterford just sounds like someone saying Watford, but with like a very long enunciation on there. Whatever, you get what my joke was there. Just wait till Lang hits the village to get a witch. Oh gosh. We have to finish it today, that's the last thing. Like, we can't set out to... I wanted to breed multiple villages. I didn't want to just breed one time. I want to do multiple cycles of this. Love from the Virgo. Alexa. Having one person you're forced into contact with dislike you is awful. Right, I think the idea of people around us liking us is important. Like, even on things like the car you buy and the house you buy, like, these big purchases that define you as a lifetime, if people around you don't like it, or don't like the area you live in, or they're like, ooh, that? I wouldn't. You know, like, that's such a strong... not even people you know necessarily. I think I mentioned this before, but, like, I always thought people who bought cars that, like, are only good from the outside, like, what? Why do you want, like, a showy thing? Like, surely you want something that is built around the inside experience. But, you know, I bought a new bike recently, and, like, hearing, like, I don't know why, I didn't think it looked particularly nice, but apparently it gets a lot of compliments. Maybe all foldable bikes get compliments, maybe all electric bikes get... I don't know what it is. I get compliments on it. I'm like, ooh, you know, I can live on that. That's like a addition to my life. It's actually like also a big fear addition to my life, because if people know it looks nice, that means people who have ill intent also know it looks nice and can use that knowledge to, you know, commit crimes against me. But you know, for the most part, it's like, ooh, thank you for saying my thing is nice. Yeah, I love from Banbury, England. You know, if everyone just gave love, maybe we'd have a lot more illegitimate children in the world. Okay, let's go. I'm feeling a little bit pessimistic based on how this has gone so far, but I think, you know, just we're building towards the time where we get everything we want and more. It's gonna happen. We've still got a solid few minutes left in the evening. Despawn the mobs by getting far enough away. Run back into them. Where is your love coming from? Toycat says everyone's had a drink. Love from London. If we had 3 zombie villages, no, that wouldn't help us. Okay, so this number of zombie villages, not useful. Any witches? Any witches? Any witches? No witches? Let's run nice and far away. I should clarify, by the way, I'm in Iowa for a new job, but I live in New Mexico most times. See, at what point does the new place you live define you more than the place that you are from? Air quotes from. I think from is a weird concept in the modern age. Even though I'm Christian, I think everyone... that's a long comment. Thank you for it, Tyler Koslovitz. It sounds like it's very tolerant and accepting. As a Scot, I find your love suspicious. I think about a quarter of the world should be suspicious of British love. Okay, so just despawn the spiders, run back in. Let's go. We're gonna kill the zombies as we hope for mobs to spawn. Please, just why is a witch so rare? Why are, like, does anyone know, chat? Why are witches so rare? What did I what did I do to deserve such hardship in looking for this mob? Okay, we've still got time. It's perfectly okay. We're gonna run into this skeleton. This is basically the only thing around. Also, is that cow staying around, or am I crazy? Okay, so we've got zombies over there. We've got nothing else. Okay, we got a cow. We got a. Okay, one more time. One more push, and that's it. That's all we get today. One last push. Okay, please, please, please. I might have gone a little bit too late. Okay, mobs can still spawn right now, right? Light level is slightly... no.
it's a witch hunt. Witches only spawn when you happen to be one shot away from a harming potion. Yeah, no, it's very, very, it seems very true. It seems very true. Okay, so we need to get more food. I've gone through 30-something pork chops on this adventure, and I need more food. I'm definitely... This is definitely like the dark side of this challenge, is having to grind away so hard. But, you know, it's important we get it done. We spent all the damn part yesterday on this, and we're no closer than when we started. Yeah, at least with the zombie thing, we could believe that, like, well, every time we're getting closer and closer, even if we don't get an iron drop on a particular zombie, we're still statistically closer. This is so painful because we have no such conclusion to make. Skill issue. Definitely a skill issue. Love your videos, man. Always gets me finished. Oh no, I don't know what I just read. That doesn't sound like something that's actually positive. But no, yeah, it's going well today. The real friends are made along the way. World's a cruel and unjust place. There's no harmony in the universe, only constant suffering. I think for a lot of people, realizing the world is cruel, like a lot of people are like, oh no, I just realized the world is so great all the time. Again, like I'd say half people are happy when they believe in this like perfect fantasy pretend world. But I'd also say that just because like there's a better realization, a longer lasting happiness that comes from realizing that actually no, the world is misery, the world is pain a lot of the time, but the fact that you can build past that is the important thing, right? Like rather than saying it's great and if you don't enjoy it then you suck and you're clearly doing something wrong, they're like, yeah, no, the world is actually, like, think about how much misery is involved in the simplest of tasks. Ads in the live stream are. I'm always curious, it's only about like a third of people who get an ad during a live stream, so the ad rates mean that it's very poor, but I always like click it just to see like, well, how does this affect things? So sorry that you got an ad. To make it up to you, I will get a witch tonight, and I will have my second zombie. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be really good. But yeah, no, my plan for tonight is Schopenhauer says life without suffering is, and then nothing. Heart not there. And living in your walls. You know, I do hear concerning noises back there. Very concerning noises. So if you could keep it down, that'd be good. Okay, I'm just gonna take a second. We're gonna, I think of everything. If you just relax and start from scratch, rather than just like stop. Think about it. I need a witch. I need the zombie. I get the witch to throw a splash potion of weakness at the zombie. I give the zombie a golden apple. However, the witch is trying to throw poison at me all the time. What can I do about poison? I can milk bucket. But she also throws harming potions, which are like a very easy way to kill me. So what do we do about that? Also, good to see you, Stephen Renfro.
Glad to have caught the stream. This toy cat tax is yes. Also, random thought. I believe there should always be pushback to every belief so we can all have a deeper understanding why we believe it.
Yeah, there are so many things that you believe about knowing why you believe, right? And that sounds like a cool thing on the surface. But it's actually a very problem-filled idea. Has he tried giving an item to zombies from despawning, says Tim? Every single zombie villager I've had doesn't take items. Like, even when they're not in boats, but especially when they're in the boats. Do harming potions get negated by milk? No, harming isn't an effect, it's just a instant, you know, like it's... harming is basically her attack. You know, there's no... You can't milk bucket away from a skeleton arrow. Can't milk bucket away from things. The item on the zombie doesn't work anymore, it was fixed to prevent lag. Oh, gosh. See, that sounds convincingly correct, but also that is incorrect. It does still work. It's just uncommon, right? Yeah, this is unpleasant.
So I'm gonna get hit on the way up. Oh, maybe multiple times. Thank you for that. That's great. Loving it. Change point of view. Think about the problem. Step back. Square 1 pound circle. Get 2 torches. Fill mob farm with boats. Spawn villager and witch. Climb up to light mob farm. Profit. Over-assume the amount of light I have. Okay. I just need some dirt to fix this, as well as I'd love to go drop some things off. I can't do with those things though, so it's still gonna be good. It's okay. We see I think the emotional draining that is happening here is quite high. I think I sat down trying to play Minecraft today, and I've ended up with the weirdest other challenge instead. Like, okay, look, you know where I'd be happy? I'd be happy over there. I'd be building city-level trees. Also, doesn't the staircase look so wacky? Doesn't that look so interesting? Like, even though you know that it goes like it looks like it's going in like a hexagonal shape. It's quirky. Make your webcam bigger, says Cancerous Attitude. That is surely the solution to all problems. Pretty sure I can't put stream apps because it doesn't say you are live right now. Can you only tip on streams when they're live? That is something I'm not familiar with. It's enough fresh air. And let's go to the happy place. Let's go to the place where things are good. Ooh, you know what would make me happy? Would be drinking my milk stout milkshake. It just tastes so good. Oh, it tastes so delicious. It's malty. No, I think a realization. When you're in bad times, I think the lesson, right, is like I know there is a good thing on the other side. The problem is the gap between me and the other side is undetermined. When you know there's a determined gap between you and the other side, like, okay, 20 minutes and we know it's gonna be fine. That's doable, right? You can everyone. Yeah, I think the fact could be tonight we get a witch and everything's solved. It could be we're here in an hour going through the exact same problem. I'm not convinced that it's actually delicious, this cryptic prince. Oh no, it's definitely, it's so good. Shall I try some more and show you? The milk flavor really enhances the flavor of brewed oats or barley or whatever the heck. Things that I would not eat normally, but definitely taste good after being left alone in a vat of yeast for a few days. So good. Sending witch vibes. Is that 5% or 4%? It is 5.6. It's from Bristol. Yeah, you ever try? You feel as though Bristol, it's not done anything terrible to the world yet. Can you sue Microsoft for emotional distress?